And cut it back like that. Hey. We're back.
Good evening, and welcome in for another episode of At the Helm with Kelly and Wayne. I am Kelly.
And I'm Wayne. Another voyage.
One more voyage. We are your hosts for tonight.
We are your hosts. Get on board. Find your room. Get your luggage tucked in. Find something to eat. Go to the bar.
Do all the things.
Do all the things you do when you get on.
Do all the things.
And as Lamont King said, don't touch nothing.
Sit down. Come on in. Sit down. I'm trying to still get my mics.
Yes.
You would think I would have it together, but
I've been doing this a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But hey, it takes a little bit. Take a little time to get used to this and figuring everything out. Figure, like I said, we've only done it a few times. Been doing this for like over a year now.
All right. Here we are again. It's been another 2 weeks of a slow news cycle. And like every week, here you go.
Oh man.
Like every week. Here we go.
You have to get the big screen so I can see what I'm doing.
So
yes, it's been a busy week. It's been a busy day. It's been
busy life.
And a whole lot going on the next couple weeks.
Busy life in the life of the Wilhelms.
Yes, so I think the last time we were on, we were talking about potentially. Did we talk about going camping? Although we didn't go, we were talking about potentially.
We
going
knew
camping.
at that point that we were not going to go.
Not going to go
because we should have been. We would have checked in Thursday night. So we didn't go. But our friends, 91 of our friends at least, went to Vance County. Those of you who are from around here may remember that Vance County is in the news for not so good reasons. But yeah, so it seems like they like making the news for not so good reasons. So yeah, our friends had a little trouble there down with the park rangers for no other reason than probably just minding their black a business.
And somebody
can't even do that. You can't even camp while black.
Can't do it. Add another one to the list.
Yep. So, but anyway, so yeah, that was right on the heels of Javion McGee that they found there. But so yeah, but we hope our friends are able to get that all straightened out. They, were pretty much harassed. I think lights out or noise, turn your music off is at 10 o'clock. And at 10:02, the park rangers were already in the park harassing them, saying that they had a noise complaint when the entire that side of the campground was just the people that were in the camping group. So not sure who complained, but hey, I guess in some parts of the world, we don't question law enforcement because surely they don't make things up.
Yeah, I mean, they.
So I'm going to say less about that. But we do hope that that camping party gets everything straightened out. I hope that it does not put a blight on the things. That's something that they love to do.
Yes.
So hopefully they will continue to do what they love to do, regardless of, the people who try to come in and cause strife. And I don't even subscribe to the notion anymore that, everything is about race, because we are in America where, guess what? Everything is about race.
Yeah,
we didn't make it that way.
No, they made
started
it
from the, the first incident of human trafficking from the continent of Africa, bringing people over here. Well, only Black people could be enslaved. So how you start a thing is normally how a thing ends up. So I don't even, I just call a thing a thing.
Definitely how it keeps going.
Just call a thing a thing. There's no other reason for you to be harassing people at a campsite when only the people over there all together, all 100 of them.
Minding their business.
Just minding their black a business. So anyway, that was one thing that we did not get to do, but we hopefully we'll be able to join them soon. I'm just talking Wayne into trying to buy everything now. So maybe RV. I mean, when you look at it right now, though, a RV would be a good idea because we are, our thoughts are with our friends in the western part of North Carolina who have been affected by Hurricane Helene, who had no lights and no power. Still, they don't have any lights and power. A lot of them don't.
I spoke to someone today. It's been 7 days. They still have no water, no power.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate. And I mean, Wayne mentioned today that we 62% of every discretionary dollar goes to our military, so we're able to go to foreign barren lands and set up little tent cities, and we can get that done in about 48 hours.
Yes.
So we would hope that we could get aid to people who are in need a little quicker than 7 days. But
clearly
it's where we are. So our thoughts are with those people. But I was, just saying, you just be prepared because if we had an RV, we might just if we had an RV
in here.
Yeah, we don't, on days that we don't, you just don't. You got to be prepared. What are those people called? Got to be a survivalist.
Okay.
Those people who didn't go out in the room. So.
I'm with you.
But anyway, so yeah, we hope to join our friends soon because they do a lot of those things. They go, cross country. They go to, I think they went to Texas last year.
They go all over the country.
So yes,
they go all over the country camping. So, and it is. I mean, you can go to the campsites. You can go to the beach and stay at a resort place. Now, who can't figure out?
That's me.
Mm-hmm. You can go stay at like a resort style place that has like pools and lazy rivers and all kind of stuff, and pay like $70 a night at the campsite, and them hotels cost you $200 and $300 to stay in those places that have all of those resorts. So, but it's just a campsite. So there are some other advantages. We'll add that to your list of things for next year.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I mean, he's saying that because my list is getting long. So for next year, I think I have plans. We don't have co-plans, but I have plans. We're gonna have to work it out. I don't know.
No, we got we got co-plans on some of them.
I mean, my plan is to go to Africa.
I'm down with that.
Go to the Dominican Republic. There seems like there was one other thing.
Texas.
No, but retire.
Yeah, that's where we disagree. That's where we got.
We have not come into agreement.
No,
you gonna do on retiring.
You want to do all this stuff and retire.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeanette.
What's the question? Is there a question?
And your auntie gonna talk to you.
Woo.
Your auntie gonna talk to you.
Let me see. Let me bring Aunt Shang on to the video.
Yeah. Wait, let me send her the link. I'm gonna text it to her.
Yeah, let's talk about right here on Facebook.
I'm talking about on here. But yeah, so we'll plan to go next year back to the camping and see. But we definitely want to keep the folks in Western North Carolina and Georgia and Florida. Keep them in the prayers for all of the devastation they've dealt with.
I hope everybody can stay safe because I think that was Helene, and we're already up to a K storm. I think Isaac was out there.
It's like 3 more letters.
Jocelyn was out there, and Kirk was out there.
I don't know, there's a bunch.
I mean, we're up to K, so everybody hunker down, stay safe, and remember that Project 2025 seeks to disband the NOAA, the National Organization for, I don't know, Atlantic Atmospheric, whatever. The people who tell us when the storms are coming.
Yeah.
Project 2025 wants to privatize them so that if you want to get information about storms that are brewing, you're going to have to pay for it.
Yep.
So we talk about Project 2025 because that is the Republican plan for the country. We are now 14. What's the date? Today's the 13th. We are 14 days out from early voting here in North Carolina.
Yep.
Do you have a plan? Do you have your plan to vote? Are you registered and do you have a plan to vote? Are you going early voting? Are you going on voting day? Do you know where your precinct is if you're going early voting, if you're going on voting day? During early voting in North Carolina, you can go to any precinct in your county and cast your vote. So if there's a precinct that's close to your job, if there's one that's close to your house, if there's one that's close to the children's school, if there's one that's close to your grocery store while you're out, you can go to any polling site in your county during early voting. Early voting is a good idea because if you show up, which a lot of people, is happening, you show up to vote and they tell you that you are not registered, that you're not on the rolls. If you go during early voting, you can register and vote at the same time. Ballots are out here in North Carolina. You can print out your sample ballot. Look and see who's on the ballot. Look and see what things are, what bonds or referendums or, all of those things. You can print out your sample ballot and look at it, and it will be the exact same thing that you will have when you go to the polling booth. Print your sample ballot. Go ahead and fill in your little bubbles and take that ballot with you when you go to vote. That is allowed. So yeah, we are in voting season. With that said, we just had the second debate between the vice presidential candidates.
Terrible.
You thought it was terrible?
I mean, it seemed to me so staged and fake. I mean, it was just like, here's your script. Don't say nothing mean. Y'all go out there, act like you like each other, act like it's all friendly, and you just fundamentally disagree on some things, and just be friends. This ain't no friends. I mean, I just felt like it was just, I don't know. It was.
I mean, I thought it was not genuine or sincere, but not because they gave him. I felt like one candidate who was a Yale graduate, trained, who knows how to debate and who knows how to manipulate media, just knew what to do. Like, he just knows how to come out, look you straight in your eyeball and tell you a lie and make you think like, you know what? Because there was sometimes like, you know what?
But I mean,
then I had to get myself back together.
Yeah.
And I felt like people were saying that Walz was not, they were, again, the same thing they were saying about Kamala. Like, they're concerned about his performance. And I'm like, I don't like that we normalize the other side. Like, I don't like that Kamala Harris is, she's college graduate. She's gone to law school. She's been a district attorney. She's been attorney general. She's been a senator. She has been the vice president. And we are worried that she cannot compete on a stage with a mediocre.
I mean, I won't.
Villain. I don't.
And that's
I don't. So it's just like all the media hype that they thought he wouldn't do well. I'm like, this man is the governor of a state right now.
Yeah. I mean,
and JD is halfway through, not even through a whole term as senator. He's never had a job that somebody didn't give to him. So I'm just don't understand like why on our side we're just always so concerned about. I mean, I feel like I could debate JD Vance and Donald Trump. I feel like I could do it.
Oh, definitely.
So I don't understand why they're like, why do they put these things out there? Just like, while I'm talking about what the media puts out there, I was at Sam's the other day and all of the toilet paper, the water, like all of this panic buying is going on. And all it did that day was make Sam Walton real rich.
Yep.
Sam Walton is allegedly reportedly. It's not. I mean, and whoever owns Costco, I don't know that name, but it was the same thing at all the stores, at least here in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So now y'all sitting at home with all that paper towels and that toilet tissue and that water, which is good because, I mean, it's not going to go bad, but let's be considerate of our neighbors. Like, you don't need all of the paper towels.
You don't need 10 cases.
You don't need all of it. Let your neighbors have some.
Yeah, like you act like you were going to need it for the next 6 months.
So,
but, I mean, back to the debate, though, there was just so many times he could have challenged or questioned. I mean, when he's talking about, when they were talking about the border, they were talking about that. I mean, Wall should have said, "So, how did you vote on that border bill? How did you vote on it, Senator Vance?
Because you are a senator
Because
right
you're a
now.
senator,
Right now.
and you keep talking about what Vice President Harris has not done. You are a senator, sir. What bills have you put forth to help out this country with poverty and housing and all of it? So go ahead. Let's give him a few minutes. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
give him a few of my minutes. I'll yield some of my time so he can tell us what he has done, all the wonderful things he's done to help this country, and tell us your voting record on how you voted on that bill that your friend told everybody not to vote on. I mean, it was just, you know what? I agree with you. You know what? I believe we can be friends. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah. Jimmy Kimmel had it. I don't know if y'all saw Jimmy Kimmel, but yeah, when he showed the
You
clip
got your
of
name
them
tag on
African,
still.
oh yes, I needed that for this evening, so I
Oh.
would know who I was.
Trinette said yes, be considered because she didn't buy any. That's okay. So Trinette, I went to Sam's and I ran into my aunt Shane and my mama. So we got plenty. Just let us know. Let us
Yeah,
know
that's
if you need. We was out there in the midst of the panic.
Well,
Wayne sent me to get protein shakes. But while I was there, I was like,
yeah,
let me grab these paper towels and this toilet tissue.
yeah, but yep, but so if you and well, I was gonna say if you people trying to donate, people trying to help send things to the people in either Georgia or Florida or even out west, it really helps if you can find some local organizers in those areas, churches, food cupboards, people, local organizers who do that work. Most of the time, those are the ones that really are able to help the people hurting the most. So just just find some local organizers to donate things to. It helps out so much. We had someone from work go to take some things, and Red Cross turned them away. Red Cross said, um, we don't want your donations, and we don't want your help. Beat it, kid." So, um, it was good intentions, but again, find some local organizers.
Yeah, it just seems like it's always better to not go with the big box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you find people on the ground who boots on the ground who really doing the work. They know where the people are. They know where the need is. So
Yeah.
it's good. We know that we want to help our neighbors, but sometimes we just always think big box, and that's not always the best route.
Yeah. So anybody else watch the debate? What you thought? What was your take of the debate? And that's probably it. We're not going to hear anything else. And even both of them were so different, when they went on the TV the next day, back on their tour. So they're just two different people. So, but it is what it is. They did what they did for the show. They put on the show. They did their performance. But I did hear VP Harris is getting ready to make a tour to all the HBCUs.
Okay.
To make sure she hits them up and try to energize these young voters. It's going to be tight. It's going to be close. But if we can get people out, there's a chance it's going to happen. But like we said, go early, vote early, take a bunch of people with you. On November the 5th, when they open up that day, they really need to go ahead and roll off about 50 million already in the polls that just opened. We got this many from early voting. So that would be real good. Be real good.
Heard it here.
Heard it here. I like it. Let's make it happen. Call some folks, take them with you. Yep.
Speaking of voting, you now want to talk about your name tag?
Oh yeah, that's you know what
Okay.
I was trying to think. I was getting ready to say something a while ago. So I have my name tag on, not because I don't know who I am, but this young lady here sometimes forgets who I am. No,
Never.
We went to a conference today that was put on by the Justice Coalition, and they are a nonprofit organization, kind of like the NAACP. But we went to a Learn Your Power, kind of a voting workshop conference session today. It was very informative. Just sharing again how to engage people, engage voters that may not be interested, how to engage voters who have a lot of questions, and how to continue to get this word out. And they shared some good information about stats of registered voters who don't vote, what kind of happened in the last couple of elections, and the small percentage of people that need to come out to really make a difference. And that's, definitely with the Poor People's Campaign, but there are, Democracy NC, there's Black Voters Matter. There are so many organizations right now that are doing get out the vote efforts, and bless all of you for doing all of these things. But we heard today from Bishop Barber, and he said that we reached 12 million people a couple weeks ago when we did canvassing and text banking, and that I think it was just text banking and canvassing reached 12 million people, and we're going to do it again in a couple weeks. So there will be some canvassing. Actually, there's some canvassing this weekend in Raleigh. If anybody's interested, hit me or Kelli up. We'll let you know where that is if you want to do some grassroots door knocking and some deep dive, some deep canvassing to help explain the issues. But it was good information today. So this was the name tag that we put on. But it was good. Good workshop. Good conference. Did you like it?
I did. I always enjoy. That's just kind of in our arena of things that I enjoy doing. And you always learn something. Like, regardless of what you think you know, there's always more to learn. So, yeah, it's needed.
Yes.
And you were mentioning people who are doing get out the vote, and I want to right now pause for commercial break and say the NAACP is also doing that.
Gotcha.
We're members of the NAACP. We hope that you're members of the NAACP. The NAACP has their own election coming up.
More than 30 days.
Their election is coming up November the 17th.
Yes.
So if you are not a member of the NAACP, you can be a member. You can join today and be ready for the election, November the 17th.
You got 13 days.
There will be maybe some names on the ballot that you recognize.
Yeah, maybe names on the ballot.
The last time, that didn't go so well. For some people. I'm just saying, pressure was applied. People didn't like it. People try to get me kicked out.
Cease and desist.
Allegedly, reportedly. Let me go ahead and say that, because I don't need another letter. I don't need another. But, it's one of these things where if you want to do how you do the most good is you stay inside and you continue to fight. So regardless of the people who did not want me there, I'm still there. And it is time to, it is time for another election. So a NAACP membership is $30 for a year.
This is what they try to do to you. That's what they try to do to you.
What's that?
This was
try to mute.
That's what they try to do.
Try to interrupt my broadcast?
They did. No. That's what they try to do. Try to interrupt when you were trying to make some noise.
Try to interrupt.
Yeah, they try to interrupt.
So yeah. Anyway, and I know it sounds crazy for me to tell you that an organization tried to get me kicked out, and now I want you to join it. But that's what I want you to do. That's really what I need you to do. Because if there are good people on the inside, good things got to happen, right? So we need more people. We need more people on the inside that want to do. Yeah, good. So, Darlene, you should get an email that has your digital. I'm going to send you the telephone number the email for the secretary, and you can email her, and she can see if it went to the Raleigh Apex branch, which is our branch, and she can get you squared away so you can be ready for the election next month. So I'll be sure to send that to you.
Yeah, and you may see some names.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So NAACP is the oldest civil rights organization in the country. Around the country, they do good work. Here in North Carolina, they have also done good work.
Oh yes.
We would like to see them do a lot more work. And so, yeah, that's why I'm a part of it, because I know that there is potential. I know that we need them in the streets when there is injustice in the streets. I know that we need them to get out and register people to vote. And right now, they have people that are even going to prisons that are registering our citizens who are incarcerated to get that done. That's good work.
That's good work.
And here locally, there was, a man who was arrested and facing, I don't know, 400 years for shooting a BB gun. They got involved in that. He is still incarcerated, but looking at a lot less time. And that's the kind of work that we like to get behind. Like,
yeah,
we're here for the citizens. And what we know is that, a lot of people call the NAACP when there is an issue. And 100% of the calls that came to our branch for people who were seeking help, 100% of them were not members.
Yes.
So just imagine the work that we could do if everybody who knows that there is injustice in our city, in our county. It covers Garner, Apex, Morrisville, Fuquay. It covers, you said 7? Mm-hmm.
Apex.
I said Apex. It's the Raleigh Apex branch. Just imagine if we could get all those people who called and one more person from their family to join our branch who knows that there's injustice out here and who wants to help us do the work. So we are pushing to, we're lobbying for you to join the NAACP. And if there's something that they're not doing, you join, and then you get on a committee and you push the people. That's what voting and joining organizations is all about. We don't just sit around on the sidelines. You get in and get involved. So I'm going to put the NAACP, our branch. Yeah, I'm going to put our branch.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, you can do it. Put our the link to our branch that you can click on the link and join. Again, it's $30 for the year. Our elections are coming up November the 17th. You have to be a member at least 30 days prior to the election, which would be October 17th, which is early voting here. So get it done before then. Go ahead and get it done, tonight or the next couple of weeks.
Yep. Then you can vote twice.
And you can come and help me and Wayne do the work that we do in that organization.
Yes. Apex, Cary, Fuquay, Garner, Holly Springs, Morrisville, and Raleigh. Those are the 7 areas.
Those are the cities that we serve.
Yep. So we're looking.
Thank you for joining again, Darlene. We appreciate you.
Yeah. And we always say everybody can do something. So and really, and we found that out really, in this movement work is how true that really is and how much it is needed. There are so many things that are done, and there's really more things done behind the scene. Most of the time, with any organization, you see the press conferences, you see the rallies, you see the marches, you see the media side of kind of what takes place. But what you don't see is all the organizing that goes on behind it to get that done. It takes a lot of people, a lot of work. So there's always people needed if you don't want to be in the streets, if you don't want to, or if you can't, you don't have time or whatever. And you do what you can. You show up when you can. You do what you can. I mean, we've had people, not only NAACP but Poor People's Campaign say, "Look, I can't really come to a lot of meetings. I don't get out much, but I've got a computer and I can send emails and I can contact people and I can do anything you need like that." And it's a big help, just helping with the organizing piece. So, and we continue to do, and just like Kelli said, it's not a one event thing. Just like elections are not, you don't change the world with one election. It's little by little by little, and shared before. They didn't quit when they said 50 years ago they were going to close. They were going to reverse Roe versus Wade. They didn't quit. They didn't. They lost over 50 years, a whole lot of times. Whole lot of times. But they didn't quit. They stayed the course.
They came back with the Diddy attitude. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah. Can't speaking of Diddy. Can't stop, won't stop. But yeah, so that's the mindset you have to have when, when organizing, you count the wins and you count moving forward and know that you're making a difference and know that, change is happening. Sometimes when you can't see it, sometimes when you can, but things are happening. And, we are organizing now, yes, for this election and get out to vote, educating people on not so much who to vote for, but what the issues are. And that's what we want to do, let people know what the issues are. And then let people do their research and find out who has already created policies or who will create policies to help those issues that you're concerned with and who you can hold accountable.
Depending on what capacity I'm working in, I'm going to tell you who to vote for.
Yeah, but I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
depending
on what shirt I'm wearing.
Yeah.
If it's just like regular, if it's a shirt out just my closet, don't have nobody's logo on it, talk to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Talk to me.
We can do that. But
if I got on a shirt that's a nonpartisan, I'm just gonna tell you what the issues are.
Yeah.
And then you can decide.
Yeah.
But then later you can call me.
Yeah. Well, we will do that. We'll definitely do that. But what we want to do also is educate people.
Yes.
Because once they learn the process, then they can share it with someone else. They can share it with someone else and learn the difference. And then we end up, continuing forward. November the 5th is just the beginning. No matter who wins, November the 5th, we got plans already for 2025. Already, because whatever your platform is, you're going to turn that, you're going to turn that into legislation.
From platform to policy.
Platforms to policy, yes.
See it.
So, that's what you do. Everything that you said you were going to run on it and hold them accountable. And let people know. Because when they know they have to do right by the people, they'll do right by the people.
Yeah, when they don't have any choice, when people are knocking on their doors and ringing their phones.
Yes.
So, all right. So another organization that we are involved with is the Holly Springs MLK Committee. And this week on Monday, we had our 10th annual. For 10 years, the Holly Springs MLK Committee has been doing a golf tournament. And it is their biggest fundraiser that they do so that they can give funds to students who are looking to further their education. So it was a good day. It started out a little rainy. We ended up with, about 60 golfers who came to participate, to win prizes, to
help us raise some money,
to be able to brag when they have a debate with a presidential candidate about, what their handicaps are. I guess.
My golf score.
They can brag about their golf score. So we appreciate just being involved with that organization and for all the people who came out to help make that a success. So if you are in Holly Springs, if you know somebody who lives in Holly Springs, the Holly Springs MLK Committee is looking for you. Like they are always looking for volunteers. It's already time to start planning our MLK weekend, which happens in January. But I need to talk to some people from Holly Springs. Darlene, I need to holler at you, your pastor, like churches in Holly Springs, to see if anybody want to help me put on a Christmas play, MLK sponsored. I'm part of the events committee. So the events committee wants to see if we have time, capacity, people to be able to put on a Christmas play in December in Holly Springs. So I need to talk to some people about that. Let me know if you belong to a church who can help out with a choir. Y'all got some children who can be angels.
Oh yeah.
Y'all got a drama department who y'all can just send us some actors.
Yeah, no drama. Send the actors though.
No drama, just the actors.
Yeah, just the actors. Yep.
So that is one more thing.
Yep. So also last week we had the Long March for Unity and Justice. So the beloved community that is out of Greensboro, North Carolina, Reverend Nelson and Joyce Johnson, who have been in the movement all of their life. They were actually part of the movements in Greensboro. When they had the Greensboro riots, they were part of those movements. When the police was supposed to be protecting them, they had a permit to do everything, but they decided to let the Klan come in that day and wreak havoc and be violent with that group. So they have been organizing all of their life. So they wanted to have a long march for unity and justice across the state. So they began in Cullowhee on the 19th, and I think it was 12 cities that they went to lift up issues, injustices in all of those areas, and also to let people know the power that they have when they come together with their vote and their voice, and also to let people know that all of the little streams of those 12 cities and more cities, when they come together and form um, a river does not ask where it wants to go; it carves its own way. So, with all of the cities along the way coming together and unifying together, um, we come from different backgrounds, we come from different places, but when we come together to stand with one another, not be divided, the power that we have. So, two of the legs last Tuesday, one in Durham at 11. We marched from down past Central, close to St. Joseph AME, up to Hayti Heritage Center, and then had a rally, a program there. And then we went to Raleigh and marched from St. Aug over to the MLK Garden. And it was wonderful to have all of the people joining. Beloved community did an amazing job. They left there and went to, I think, Rocky Mount, ended up in Wilmington on this past Sunday. So we are grateful for the leadership of Beloved Community for all that they did. And thank you all for who participated and helped out.
Yeah, and if you're local,
With
you
that.
might have caught us on our local news, Channel 11 or Channel 5 or maybe both or 17.
Yes. Yes. So
Another day on the news.
there's some good
Not
things
getting
we're on the
arrested.
news for. Yes, not always have to be locked up on
I
the
want to
news.
say hey to my Aunt Rosa. Hey, Aunt Rosa. She called me. You called me on Saturday. We were in the middle of our fall festival. And I love that you called just to say you love me. And I love you too. But yeah, so Saturday was at our church. We have so many parts of our lives. So Saturday was part of our church family. We partnered with several other community organizations, and we were able to put on our fall festival. The weather cooperated. We were able to feed people. We were able to get people hygiene bags, toiletry items. They were able to get medical screenings. We had an icy truck out there where the kids enjoyed that. Their Italian ice. Somebody was out there frying some fish fresh out the hot grease. So it was a good day. It is a day that we just like to remind the community that we are there to serve them. So we were able to do that. Our goal is always, always to do good work in the community. The question that we ask is if we close up our doors of the church, we packed up and moved away from the church, would anybody in the community even know that we were there? Would anybody in the community miss you, miss your church? If you closed up the doors, packed and moved away, would the community even know that you were gone? Would they miss you?
Yep.
So it is our mission to always be a church that honors God, reflects the life of Jesus Christ, and to take care of the community.
Yeah.
So we're thankful for all the people who came together to help us pull that off. It takes everybody. We are a small congregation, and it takes every one of us.
Yes.
Every one of us. We're needed, and we did the work. And so I just want to shout out those fine folks. You always give out the address.
Yeah.
Those fine folks over at 1004
Calvin Street.
So yes, so we will
Gotta
be
love 'em.
back. Did you put the link, the NAACP link in the?
Right there.
I don't see it on here.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what your thing doing. You see it right there.
Oh, this is Facebook. So anywho,
Right there.
we're doing it in real time.
Yeah, that's what happens. Oh, that only went to.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't.
You didn't put it here.
Okay.
So
Put it
I
down.
need you
I'll
to
put it
copy it. I need you to copy and paste it here.
I got you. But
Yep, engineering, producing, hosting. We do it all at the same time.
Boston. Yep. That's what we do. What
So
we
we
do.
do.
But yes, again, shout out to Shepherd Flock, to Lost Sheep Ministries, Durham Cares, our vendors to Get Out Vote, Durham County.
Love is a parable.
Love is a Parable, Holly Springs UCC,
Mhm.
all of everyone, to our facilitators who worked with our dancers and choirs. It was an amazing day. It was a good day.
Mhm. To our community children who came and they did so well.
They did.
We're so proud of them.
Yes,
Our children from the community, we're able to in 3 practices. We separated them. They some of them wanted to form a choir, some of them wanted to do liturgical dance, some of them wanted to do drama, and some of them wanted to do spoken word. So we we held practices and they came, they were dedicated, they were committed to learning. And on Saturday they were able to perform and they did magnificent. They were a blessing to everyone who was there. So we have gotten so many compliments for the children, the children from the community who did such a great job, and we are looking forward to continuing to partner with all these same partners. We hope to have the children back, and yeah, so it's a great day.
It really was. It really was. Whew. Man, it's tired going back all over this stuff. We all get it done.
How do we get it all done?
Yeah, and I worked a couple of days too.
Yes. We both still have full-time jobs that require 40 hours of us.
Yeah,
that's why I'm trying to retire. Like I mean, it would just make more sense if I, next year.
I mean,
next year if
I don't think so. I mean,
I could.
I mean, not with the rest of the list. I mean, if you want to take everything else off that list and retire, then
yeah, no, I don't want to take nothing off the list.
Then
I'll probably want to add some things. It's only October right now, and I already got 4 or 5 things planned for 2025.
I guess if you retire, you can go somewhere every month.
I can. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean?
I mean, I'm just saying you could plan something for every month.
Okay.
You can plan something for every month. So, and then there's another busy week coming. Tomorrow night we will be hanging out with some of the greatest people ever. Black pioneers from UNC. It's the group who with the first graduates. What years is it?
65, 63, 64, 65 from, yeah.
Like 63 through 83 or something like that.
73. No, because they were only doing the first. So it's not like, it's like 10 years, it's like a 10 year, maybe 63 to 73.
Yeah. So there are amazing people who were the first Black graduates from UNC. And they're just a blessing.
They are. And it's amazing that they are still with us. And this is the thing, like people who say, oh, that was so long ago, and just get over these are people who are now in their 70s, 80s, who remember what it was like to go to the University of North Carolina, a public education, and to be treated like second-class citizens. Like they still are carrying the trauma from that. They are still alive and they are still able to tell their stories. They are our elders right now. And I just really counted a blessing to be in their presence. Like I am a graduate of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and it's because of them. Because they paved the way for the rest of us to come up behind them, and they deserve all everything.
Yes.
They deserve everything. Yes. So yeah, it's always an honor to be in their presence. So I'm just looking forward to sitting with them, sitting at their feet tomorrow to see what gems of wisdom they will share. And not just to encourage you, all of us to speak with the people that are in your family, speak with the elders that are in our family. I was talking to my mama the other day about one of my aunts, one of her sisters who passed away, who had this gift. And I'm just wondering, did she pass it down? And I was thinking, I should have asked her to teach me. Why didn't I ask her to teach me that? So we want to spend time with our elders because they have so much wisdom, so much knowledge that needs to be passed down. And it is up to, unfortunately, we the old people now. Remember when your grandma used to take you to see the old people? That's us. We the old people.
Speak for yourself.
We the old the old people.
You the old people.
We're the old people now. So if you have people in your family that are older than you, count it a blessing. Sit with them, learn from them, honor them. So that is what we will be doing. Like that is it's one of my. So it is. It is. It is UNC's homecoming this weekend. So that's what we'll be doing. Homecoming is kind of weird for me because I went to UNC as an adult. So I don't have friends who I did 4 years with, who I, was in the dorm with. Like I went there for 10 years.
You
like
got friends you did 10 years.
I went there for 10 years. So I got a lot of classes. So it doesn't feel like homecoming to me per se, because it's not like, oh, I get to see all of my friends. But I do enjoy, of course, I'm a Carolina fan. Been Carolina fan since I was in the 7th grade, 6th or 7th grade. So it's just that part of it, like going to the football game. I'm going to the football game because I love Carolina. I love Carolina football, Carolina basketball. But it's not homecoming. Like I can see the people who you see the joy in their faces when they run into people that they haven't seen in a long time. And it's like I don't really have that. But I enjoy being in your company. So we go for the Black alumni reunion event. So all of the Black alumni who have graduated. Thank you. All of the Black alumni who have graduated come together for like a tailgate party. We have a block of seats where we sit together to watch the football game. So I do enjoy that. So it's homecoming. We're playing Pitt. We haven't done so well these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're going for the Pioneer dinner, and for the
we're going to the game Saturday.
We're going for the tailgate in the beginning, and we'll probably by halftime we'll be here out.
Wayne is not a real fan. Like if Carolina is not doing good, he is so willing to cut them off. Like he is not. Mm-mm. And he'll say he ain't never coming back, but he come back. But it's like he don't like, bro, chill, like calm down.
Yeah.
But let's go Heels.
I hope they win. I hope they win.
I hope they do too.
But when you can't tackle nobody and your job to play football, I got an issue with it.
And if you're on a scholarship, that's all you got to do. Like we bought you here. This is what we bought you here for.
Yeah. Come on, man.
We ain't ask you for no money. We're gonna give you these books. We're gonna give you this education. We want you to tackle somebody. Like that's why we brought you.
When somebody run by you, all you have to do is grab them and throw them on the ground. That's all that's you do.
But hey, we're not gonna. These are kids. We the old people now. We don't talk about our teams like we used to when they was our age.
Cut them loose.
So what are the plan? What are you all doing this weekend? What are some things y'all are doing? I don't know.
Pay good money.
Let us know. We appreciate everybody who tunes in every couple of weeks just to hear what me and Wayne are talking about. You pretty much already know we're going to be talking about voting. We're going to be talking about this election. We're going to talk about that until it's done. Yep. And then after that, we're going to talk about the midterms.
Yep. Talk about organizing.
Every year is an election year.
Every year
is an election year. So
that's important.
Your school board. Ooh, we need to talk about the superintendent of schools. I hope you all are paying attention. I know that the commercials are bombarding you with Mark Robinson and Kamala Harris and Donald Trump and Josh. I know you're being pounded with those, but please pay attention to the superintendent of North Carolina schools. Michelle Morrow is a danger to our children. Let me go ahead and say that. Mo Green is the former superintendent of Gifford County Schools. He knows public schools. His opponent has never had her children in public schools. She has decided to homeschool her children, which is fine. She decided to show up at the insurrection on January the 6th with her children. I guess that was a field trip.
Field trip for the homeschool.
Field trip that day for homeschool kids. I don't know. But she cannot be allowed to make decisions for our children who are in public schools. Now, my baby is 26. He's not in public school, but my grandbabies, they're there. If you have nieces and nephews or children or grandchildren in these public schools, it is our responsibility to make sure that they can continue to learn from a real curriculum. Okay?
Real.
And that, the Michelle Morrow calls them indoctrination centers. That's what they want to turn it into. That's part. This is why we are not waiting for Project 2025, because Project 2025 is already being implemented right now where they can.
Yep.
They are infiltrating school boards. This is what this is. So please print out your ballot. Do your research.
There's 5 people running for
vote for Mo Green.
Yeah.
So pay attention to every race on your ballot. Again, Wayne, go ahead and put in the chat how you find your sample ballot. Click on the link that Wayne is going to put in the chat. Click on it. Put your information in there. Pull up. This is your actual ballot. It is a ballot that is specific to you. It will tell you who's going to be on your ballot. Print it out or don't print it out. Take a picture of it on your phone and go where it says edit and use your little pencil and color it in. Take that with you into the poll. So when you get in there, it's like click, you're in and out. But yeah. And if you have questions, call me about these people on your ballot. We can have a conversation.
I'm going to tell you what to vote for.
I'll tell you what to vote for. And if you catch me right, I'm going to tell you who. I'm going to tell you who. No, but we need to find out what's important to you.
Yep.
What's important to you is going to determine how you vote. So
yeah,
what's important to you will determine how.
What's important to you?
Yeah, what's important to you is going to determine how.
Did I do that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Okay. I thought it was you. I was getting ready for a shout.
I mean, that's fine. Let them hear it.
Okay.
But yep.
So yeah, check your voter registration. You can also check and see if you're active. Make sure you're active. Make sure you have your ID. You need to take your state issued ID with you when you go to the polls. Have a plan. Go early if you can. Go to early voting. Take somebody with you. And then drop somebody off. Take somebody the next day.
Keep taking them.
It's all of us. Don't keep taking the same person.
No.
Keep going. You can keep, you don't have anything else to do. Actually, this is what I did. This is what I did to my family. They called me. They said they needed a ride somewhere. I'm like, cool. I'll pick you up and I'm going to take you. Let me guess what we stopped.
The early voting site.
We stopped at the early voting site while all of y'all in here. And I told before we left, hey, make sure you got your driver's license. Make sure you got your ID. And she need it.
Yep. How you doing?
That's how you do it. People need a ride. He's like, okay, let me make this stop right quick. We stopping at the early voting site. And some people, if they can't get out of the car, they can do curbside voting. You just drive them up to the curbside voting. Somebody will come out. They'll bring them their ballot. They can fill it out in the car. And they give it back to the people. And they can take it in and they, put it in there for them. So voting is simple. It's our civic duty. We must do it. We got to do it, y'all.
Got to do it. Got to take somebody. And if two things gonna happen. One, they're going to go vote because you're going to take them. And if they didn't like that process, they won't call and ask you for a ride again. So conquer two things.
So Trinette said doulas are important to her. Are they on? Trinette, I need to talk to you too. Call me. Doulas are on the ballot. Are they? So not specifically, but the kind of work that they do. Again, women's reproductive health is absolutely on the ballot. There are some people who want to limit what type of help women can get, what type of reproductive health they can get, what type of insurance. Like, do we want doulas covered in our insurance? Then we need to, make sure people are in office who can do that. Are you able to provide the service? Are you going to be able to continue to provide the service based on who's in office? Yeah, so those are things that we definitely want to. Yeah, Listen, I'm telling you, whatever is important to you, it is on the ballot.
Yes,
Whatever
one way,
it
shape, or
is.
form.
But that's a great question. I love that question. Because doulas, like everybody doesn't want to do whatever we call, what do we call this medicine, this modern medicine? Everybody's not, some people want to just be at home. And the doulas are qualified, people who can help women. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and Trinette, I hope they're talking about it. I hope that they are talking about voting in these meetings with the doulas, because absolutely that profession is going to be affected by who is in office. So
yeah. If
keep doing the good work.
So
I love that.
If people already want to try to take control of women's bodies and the decisions they make, this is just one more thing in their purview. I mean, they want to control everything. So yes, definitely, it is on the ballot. Everything that people are concerned with is on the ballot, one way, shape, or form.
In one way, shape, or form. And again, women's reproductive health, like they keep talking about, abortion is the main issue that they are talking about. But Roe v. Wade was about privacy. It was about the privacy between a woman and her doctor, a woman and her healthcare. That is what Roe v. Wade is. It's not about who can have an abortion, who can't, and should they be able to. It's about, can I talk to my doctor about what's going on with my body, and not worry about the government being in here in this dressing room with me and my doctor. That's what Roe v. Wade is about. Mm-hmm. So that is what the women's reproductive health is under attack. That's going to affect the doulas and the doctors and everybody else. So Project 2025 seeks to get rid of these things.
And contraceptives.
So tell your doula friends.
Yeah, everything.
Make a plan. Go to early vote or show up on voting day. Check their status. Make sure you're active. Go early vote or show up on voting day with a friend.
And check your status.
Y'all go together. Y'all wear scrubs. I don't know. Y'all just go looking alike. Don't put on any you can't have on any political what's wrong with my words? What are my words going? Clothes.
Oh, I didn't know what
you can't wear any political garments, so you can't have a shirt that says, if it says vote, yeah, you can wear that. I got a shirt that says vote. I can wear that to voting. But am I going to wear my Sophia Jackson shirt? They're going to make me cover that up. So don't go in with any political words or anything on there. Yeah. Deplorable lives matter. I don't know if they let them go in with that, but I saw somebody in line with that. But all right. We are getting to the time where it's time to now disembark. You want to go first? Because I always go first.
I'm the one that leaves last all the time.
Okay. We're going to go. So,
the next time we meet will be early voting day.
Oh, our next meeting will be early voting day, October the 17th. It will also be the deadline to join the NAACP. Don't wait.
Got some homework.
Don't wait. Do it today.
Homework. Okay.
Yep. So I just want to just remind us to be grateful. Be grateful for the things that we have. Think about the things that you have today that you may have prayed for in the past. And then continue to press forward to do the things that it is that you want to do. And I think I might have even said this, I talked about this before, but don't let fear keep you from doing the things that you know that it is that you want to do, whether it be write a book or start a podcast or be a doula or be a lawyer. Continue to press. Don't let fear get in the way. I heard somebody say the other day that gratitude and fear cannot coexist in the same spaces. So let's continue to be grateful. And when fear tries to come in, when fear tells you that that's not something that you can do, or you're not equipped for that, or you don't have the time for that, or you're not smart enough for that, we're grateful. We're grateful that we can read the words on a page. We can see the words on a page. We're grateful for people in our corner who push us to do these wonderful things. Let me keep doing this. So yeah, Continue. And I'm glad that at our church, Minister Elliott had us start a gratitude journal. So every day you write down something that you're grateful for. It could be anything. Like, what if you're grateful that I can look out my window and see grass? I'm grateful that the grass is here. I'm grateful that my grandchildren can come and they have a place to play. That there's, say, be grateful for the small things. And when you develop a habit of gratitude, it just kind of helps to get you through your day. Everything else seems small when you're grateful for the things that you do have. Be grateful and don't be scared. That's how I would sum that up.
Be grateful, don't be scared. I got you. So kind of along those same lines. Yeah, just live every day to your fullest. Live every day doing things you enjoy doing. Take time for yourself to get away. Take time to enjoy life. Don't get caught up so much in. I mean, we have goals, we have desires and dreams, but don't let that be the vain existence of your life. I mean, we've seen, just this past couple weeks with the storms coming through, how life can change so drastically and so quickly. So, do things that you want to do things that you can do. So, when you get to a point, you won't look back and say, I wish I would have. When you have the opportunity to do those things. And, along the lines of what you said, when you're going through things and when you're dealing with stuff, don't allow setbacks to just crush everything. You have a little setback, you have a little, you have to take a couple steps back, gather yourself, hurt yourself out, keep it moving forward, and just keep pressing.
And that is our podcast from At the Helm.
All right.
Take control. Be good to yourself.
You're at the helm. You are driving this. You determine where you're headed in life. You determine where you're going. You are steering your decisions and everything that you have. So until our next voyage, we will see you then. Bon voyage. Did they say that when you leave? When you get off? What they say when you're leaving?
I don't know.
I mean, I know what they say on
bag
the
and
get on.
get your stuff and get.
Everybody on this, you get out by 7 o'clock.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. But we're not gonna be like that. We'll see you next time.
We love you. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Mom.